No one has a good sounding first episode. It's always awkward.
But like we could be different.
We could have an awesome podcast the first time. This will be our best. This will actually be our best episode ever created.
True.
Have you done your dailies today?
I haven't done my weeklies. I'm seeing the ping in the guild server.
Yeah.
I'm ignoring it right now. They're like, tap the boss. And I'm like, what if I didn't?
I think I have tapped the boss, but I have not done my dailies. I know wholeheartedly that I am capped on serum. That's okay. I will take care of it after we have this conversation.
I think people will judge you for that.
I'm here so the people have someone they can relate to, but they're like, yes, I too let my serum cap.
You know, I said that, but I also didn't log in till like 6 p.m. And I forgot to do the server event as well.
Oh, see?
So I'm probably capped on that serum too.
Oh, no. Well, okay. You heard it here first, folks. If we do not get that live skin, it's Lina's fault, specifically. Lina is holding us back. Which is too bad because I really want it.
It's because it's green.
Green for Ivy. This seems like a good time for us to introduce ourselves. I'll start. My name is Ivy. I love PGR. In fact, we love PGR so much that we decided to put this channel together where we discuss it, talk about what we love, don't love, and
typos.
Oh, very important. Do you have your lines? Do you want to be Liv? And I will be the commandant?
No, I'll be the commandant. You can be Liv.
Oh, okay.
You have a cute little Liv voice.
Oh, good grief. Okay, I'll do a voice. We'll see if it makes for a good Liv voice.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so setting the stage. You start with Liv entering the room, and she says, "Good afternoon, Commandant. It's been a while since we met."
In RP text, a bit surprised that it was Liv who came to visit.
Commandant prefers Lucia to come?
Not really.
BOFF. I stared at this BOFF. I went to the next line and it was something unrelated, and I continued to be confused as to why did Liv say BOFF? What did you try to communicate?
Just BOFF, and it's BOFF with an ellipsis afterwards.
Yeah.
So it's just BOFF.
And I treasured this.
It seems like a great time to talk about pronunciation of commandant.
Yeah, so it turns out that commandant is a real word with a real pronunciation, and it is not commandant, which is, as I have read it many times, because I read the command part and then I add the ant part, so I get a ant that can command.
Yes, good old command ant.
And I know in my mind, I know that it is commandant, but it's such an unusual word. It's not in my vernacular at all.
That's how we all feel about French words. Yeah, and the British English is commandant as well. So it's still different. And it is a very divisive issue. So divisive that everybody, weebs and non-weebs alike, use the Japanese word instead.
Ah, yes, good old Shikikan. To be fair, Shikikan is kind of fun to say, but I don't know. I want to say commandant. I feel like it's also worth saying that it's inconsistent on Kuro's side as well, because in a English voiced over video, they had Celica speaking, and she refers to everyone as commandants, as she should. But then there's another one with Vera, and she says commandant.
And the most recent one, which was one of the 1.5 anniversary videos, there was commandant again. More specifically, PGR translates everything so that it is written in American English, even though I'm not American.
No, we don't know where you came from.
Yeah, you can tell because I say American, and Americans don't say that.
Yeah, we're from the United States, US of A, baby.
Yeah. So since everything else is translated into American English, it makes sense that commandant, which is the way they say it in America, would be the canon way. So that's what we're going to stick to.
Kuro, if you're listening, don't give in to what all of the fans say. Commandant is wrong. It's commandant. We stand on the side of truth and good pronunciation, and I hold myself to that standard. I will correct myself if I say it wrong, and I may not even edit it out. Or maybe I will. We'll find out.
Well, this seems like a great time to introduce myself. Halfway through, probably. So I'm Lina, aka Linasera, boss of Grey Ravens. Grey Ravens is a website for PGR knowledge. Anything you want to know about PGR, we may have it. We have stuff about character builds and stuff. You might like it. You should go check it out. You probably know it. If you're here, you're probably here because you came from there. So hello. Not to praise my amazing team too much, but the site would be nothing without them. Everyone who's worked on the website, everyone who has contributed knowledge and everything, it would have nothing if not for them. There's so many people that I contact all the time about it. They're the real stars here.
Truly a labor of love, because we didn't really have anything like that. Back in the old days, we checked the Chinese wiki for like memory recommendations.
The Billy wiki. People who work on that, they're awesome, by the way. Yeah, they're super kind. Without them, we also wouldn't be able to update things like Grey Ravens as quickly. And so that's really nice. Like, it's all just a big team effort. It's the power of friendship. And it all started because I really didn't like fandom wiki. Not any specific one, but just fandom wiki as a whole. It's ads. The ads are everywhere. They're so painful. Oh my gosh, I tried to open that site on mobile once and was almost killed instantly.
Speaking of looking back, we're gonna look back on this one and be like, oh my god, look at our logo, look at our avatars. Remember when we had these little avatars?
Oh, they're so cute though. We whipped them up in like one day. And yeah, we just decided to do them yesterday, knowing that we were planning to record this today. It was a great decision. They're so cute. I love the bouncy. It's extremely cute.
I feel like we need to give ourselves some credit. We did work on the designs for a very long time. That was cumulative.
True.
But actually deciding to make the avatars, this was like, oh, maybe someday we can have one of those little PNG tuber style avatars, but not for now. We'll worry about that later. And then the next thing you know, I'm up till midnight coloring these.
You know, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes.
And maybe we should explain our little avatars a little bit. So they are representative of our commandants. I would refer to mine as 9, and Ivy's commandant is called 7.
Numbers are easy. When I'm playing my game and they refer to Commandant 7, it just feels a lot more normal than saying my actual name, which always kind of makes me wince a little bit.
A while ago, for the sake of recognition, I changed it to Linasera. It used to be 9, and I included the heart. The heart's really important, and it makes every single cutscene way funnier. I definitely recommend putting a heart after your name.
Nicola comes in, he's like, are you ready for your mission? Linasera.
That's what I live for.
What attracted us to PGR in the first place?
Oh, I remember it like it was one of the few core memories I have. Let's see. So my friend, day or two before the global version came out, he was like, hey, this game is coming out. And I was like, I'm gonna take a look at this game with Ivy. And we tried to find videos, we tried to find images of the characters because we wanted to see if we liked the art style. You could say that the PGR fandom wiki is the reason that I am here at all. Because if there wasn't some images out there, then I never would have got into PGR. So we've been playing since day one. I'm honestly mostly surprised that Ivy has stayed playing because I, at the time, was playing Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, that mouthful of a name. It wasn't that outlandish for me, but Ivy had sworn off gacha ever since.
Chain Chronicle, baby! So, back in the day, I got really into Chain Chronicle, which is a game that got killed. It no longer exists in global. The servers got shut down. I don't really know why I got so obsessed with this. I had like a group of friends that I knew in person that were all playing it. Yeah, I remember the day that the announcement out that they were shutting down said you could get a refund on any unspent gems, like gacha money. And I was like, oh yeah, how many do I have? And I got a refund for like $100 or something. And it was like this big wake up moment where I was like, oh no, I did not realize that's just how much was left over. I don't know how much I spent on it. So I was like, oh, I shouldn't play these games. All that said, so I swore off gacha for a long time. And then I remember looking at some video clips of PGR, and you were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pre-reg for this game. It's coming out real soon. It's coming out like the next day or something like that, or 2 days from then. I was like, whoa, the anime models, 3D models look quite good. They don't look like cheap anime 3D that's used to cut cost in certain animes. Like, they look really good, and then the fighting was just so cool. Everything looked like a really rad, I don't know, anime fight, or Devil May Cry kind of thing. I couldn't believe it was mobile. I'm like, okay, well, sure, the fights look cool, the gameplay looks cool, but like, what about the outfits? Are they like really lame and eye-rolly? Because I don't want to play just like super booby sim, you know the type. You guys know the type. And so I start looking at the characters, and I'm like, oh, they actually look really cool. Like, Lucia looks so cool. I love her coatings, and I like her rain walking coating. Liv is so cute in her little military outfit, medic outfit thing.
And Lee exists.
Lee is there. I saw Alpha and I fell in love with her immediately. I was like, is this the most beautiful woman in the world? Yes, it is. Yeah, and then when I downloaded it, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just play a little bit of PGR. I'm probably not gonna stick with it. Not gonna go big investing into it. And I actually played as a free-to-play player for quite a long time, but I can't say I'm free to play anymore. I really enjoy it, and no regrets, honestly. It's fantastic. It's so much fun. I couldn't believe how much it plays like NieR, which I was just coming off of NieR Automata, so having something to kind of scratch that itch was really cool.
Honestly, you just can't go wrong with sad robots. I think that's the moral of the story.
Well, it manages to be reminiscent of NieR without feeling like it's ripping it off. All the characters feel like their own characters. There's no one who I'm like, oh, this is clearly 2B, or oh, this is clearly 9S. The collab interested me from the get-go, but I quickly started to be like, well, I'm not playing this with the collab. I'm playing this with the characters in this game.
Yeah, and thank God, because the collab had no story that was relevant to NieR. So rip to anyone who played it for that reason.
The NieR characters look good. They play fine. But yeah, I'm here for suffering of my constructs that are in the game.
That brings us to the very important question, which you honestly already answered, which is, who is your fave?
Alpha is my favorite character, hands down. I fell for her the second I saw her. And yeah, I didn't think I'd go for the like cool brooding type, but yeah, she is fantastic. My second favorite character is Villier, who is not a playable character.
The biggest fan of this man.
Oh, he's so awful.
We love a good awful character.
Yeah, I really would like more information about him. Kuro, could you please put him in the dorm? You've made the model for him already for the Eden Fest. Release him! Let him out! Free him! Every day, I wonder if we're gonna get Villier in the dorm. And every day, I'm disappointed.
Would it be messed up if his name was pronounced like Villier?
God, it could be.
Leave a comment if we're saying Villier wrong.
Yeah, let me know.
The right way to say it.
Save us. So, who is your favorite character?
Well, for me, it was Love at First Brilliance. It's not surprising for anyone who knows me, because I have a little bit of a collection of Supersonico stuff. It might be that Ayla just happens to be the same kind of archetype. It's not my fault that she's pink and that she's very precious, and also she likes art, and who doesn't? And she has a girlfriend. Who doesn't want a girlfriend? Exactly. I had so many pings the day her S rank was announced. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, did you see? Ayla is getting an S rank, finally.
You've been wanting an S rank basically ever since she came out. Like, she had her moment in the sun, kind of serving on the ice team for a while. And then when she got replaced with Chrome, it was like, but what do we do with Ayla? How is she gonna stay relevant?
Shout out to Changyu for not replacing her.
Wow, I didn't realize I just dragged chawing you like that.
You're right. You should say it. He deserves better.
It's hard to go wrong with Ayla. I like it when she sucks everyone in with her scythe.
Yeah, she's perfect. Even if her gameplay is very basic at this point. We've got so many fancy characters now.
It used to be that you would just hit your blue button and that was your whole mechanic. Or like with Alpha, your whole mechanic is two 3-pings. You do a color and then a blue, and then blue and then a color. My mistake.
Let's teach people to play wrong. I think we should do that.
Here we go. Here's your bad advice for the day. Here's how you play Ayla. Never use Sword Wave. Oh my god, worst move in the game.
Sucks when you don't use Sword Wave on Ayla.
What? Huh?
You just said here's how to play Ayla.
Oh, Ayla. Okay, no, we're going real bad. Really bad advice. I'm mixing up all the character names.
We don't even have to try for this section.
Oh my god. We've spoken about our favorite characters and how we discovered PGR. So my question to you is, what do you think about the story of PGR without spoiling it for anyone who is not caught up?
You know, a lot of people say that it's very bad or meh in the beginning, like that it's not good. Oh, you should skip it, whatever. I didn't feel that way when the game released. I think I was just really in love with the game all the way through though. I'm one of those people who wouldn't recommend skipping the beginning because I think it does a lot of nice world building. You would be surprised at how many little things get called back to as the chapters go on.
I was playing through it and I was planning to kind of just like, I don't know, sleep through it, sort of get a taste of it. But then I was like, wait, no, how do these constructs work? What are they doing? What are they fighting against? What is the punishing virus? Tell me more. And yeah, I ended up getting quite attached to the characters, very intrigued by their interactions. The only thing I didn't like about the story was some of the inputs you can put as the commandant to answer things. It kind of felt like, should we get going? Yes or yeah. And then yeah, the RP text of being like Cox gun in response to anything, that it was the funniest, cringiest thing. Yeah, we can save it for another episode, but the commandant has grown on me. It took a little while. But before that, I was just like, I'm gonna pretend that she doesn't exist, and this is just a story about these sad battle robots trying to live.
The other thing that didn't help is that they constantly said he by accident. It really made us feel like the commandant is just some guy who's got like one word here and there, but it gets better. So if you're still at the start, you think it's kind of lame, you're a lame main character, then just keep going. There will be payoff.
The John video game syndrome will end someday. I promise you. That's it for our show. Boff you later.
Boff you later.